everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Raiders going up against the Jaguars. With that, we head upstate to Jacksonville and a rainy Everbank Field, where we say hello to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we welcome our viewers to Duval County, the northern part of Florida, and the largest city in the Sunshine State, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's the opener of the 2017 NFL season between the Oakland Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down. Now look at the starting unit, and here's to you, Mr. Robinson.
Oh, I like that one. Allen Robinson, I love coming out of Penn State. Everyone kept telling me he's not fast enough, and I kept pointing to the film and saying yes, but he catches everything. He's definitely a threat.
On second down, here's Bortles. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was not a completion that resulted in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. Left. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Bortles now on first down. And that's incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Bruce Irvin is an emotional, passionate player who lives to rush the quarterback.
Here we go now. Green, 958 rail. Black 58 rail. Left.
In motion left goes a tight end. On play action, now Bortles. And that is incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Green, 958 rail. Black 58 rail. Left.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a play fake. Bortles. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now, I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
He got it there. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictators just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Hearns the man in motion left. Hearns the man in motion right. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Hearns the man in motion left. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fresh set of downs here. In motion, Julius Thomas. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. Second down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I'll go play action down the road.
Bortles to throw on second down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And this is going to be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that brings up 4th down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars. Jason Myers now for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
On 1st down, Carr. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So after the INT, it's Bortles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They'll get 16 yards there. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Bortles now on first down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hurns, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked it. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
They give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr, escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Carr to throw. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
They come out here in the eye. First carry for a Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards to gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Now that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Malik Jackson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And now they're in the hurry-up.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. His throw incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Dante Fowler just made a play that he could be really proud of there. Nice tackle for loss. And what a relief it is for him to be back on an NFL field after missing his entire rookie season with a knee injury.
I think the entire defensive unit is relieved that he's out there.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
3rd down, still 14 yards left. Now Carr. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep, Rashad Green. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90. Let's go. Hey. There we go now. Green.
And they'll go on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball, but in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
Throw on 2nd down. Right side catch, Gilmore. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving,
the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
All right, here we go. Wide and
In motion left, White. Now Carr throwing on second down. This one caught left side by Cooper. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, it's Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And tough starting field position here.
3 down. Here we go now. 3 and 9.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised there that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously. But the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch them rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
In motion, Julius Thomas. Now Bortles throwing on second down. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Play action. Now it's Bortles. Finding time. And he finds Julius Thomas. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Hearns the man in motion left. Bortles now on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
In motion, Julius Thomas. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Bortles now on first down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
Hearns the man in motion left. On first down, Bortles. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyrell Williams, 37 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on first down is Carr. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On first down, Carr. This one caught left side by Cooper. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First down. Caught left side. Gilmore. A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. In motion, Julius Thomas. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Hearns the man in motion left. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's brought down after a good game. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. In motion, Julius Thomas. Bortles now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, and he's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Shipped together here from the D-line.
Green 90, black 58, rail. Black 58, rail.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll look to throw. Surveying the field. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down. We got to stand up over there. Here we go. Green.
Now Bortles got to have this one. It's caught right side. It turns. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Green 39. Green 39. Mike 50.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up. No crazy plays. And they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the D-line's going to spread out. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aldon Smith in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Oakland, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.